Hey guys, Nick with Phone Arena here. If you've been following the news, then you probably know that the Samsung Galaxy S5 is going to be launched in the coming weeks. It is the Korean company's newest flagship smartphone, and we're sure that a lot of people are already eager to buy one. Another highly anticipated smartphone that is hopefully coming sooner than later is the All New HTC One. Technically, this phone has not been officially announced yet. However, it got leaked so many times already that there's little about it that we don't know. So, which one of these two phones you should be saving up for, a Galaxy S5 or a new HTC One? Well, first of all, let's talk about design. Like the previous Galaxy S flagships, the Galaxy S5 is made mostly of plastic. On its back you see Samsung's new perforated pattern, and a shimmering finish is applied over the entire cover. As a whole, the phone doesn't look bad at all. The all-new HTC One, however, is likely to beat the Galaxy S5 when it comes to design. That's because, according to leaks, the new HTC flagship will be a premium all-metal device. On the downside, the new HTC One is rumored to be slightly thicker and heavier than the Galaxy S5. Looks aside, the Galaxy S5 has a few tricks that the new HTC One will not be offering, as far as we know. Samsung's flagship has a fingerprint sensor, which is a nice security feature, and a heart rate monitor that can be used for tracking the user's activity during exercise. On top of that, the Galaxy S5 is a water-resistant phone. But on the other hand, the new HTC One will come with high-quality front-facing stereo speakers, while the Galaxy S5 has just one loudspeaker on its back. Now let's talk about displays. The Galaxy S5 has a 5.1-inch display, and the all-new HTC One is said to sport a slightly smaller 5-inch display. Such a size difference can be considered negligible. Their resolutions are also identical. Both panels have a resolution of 1080 by 1920 pixels, which is really high. We're pretty sure that both screens will look equally detailed when placed side by side. But there is likely to be one significant difference between the two screens. The Galaxy S5 sports a Super AMOLED display, while the new HTC One will probably come with a Super LCD display. As for the software running on these two phones, the Samsung Galaxy S5 will ship with Android 4.4.2 KitKat, and so should the new HTC One. Both will run a custom interface loaded by their makers. Samsung's custom interface is known as TouchWiz, and in its latest form, it is flatter and simpler. It is still loaded with features, of course, so you get extras like multi-window, smart stay, and the new My Magazine home screen panel powered by Flipboard. Another interesting feature is the new Ultra Power Saving mode, which could extend the battery life of the phone dramatically when enabled. The all-new HTC One will ship with Sense 6.0, but there's not a whole lot known about the UI's latest version. What we do know about it is that Blink Feet will be upgraded, there will be double tap to wake feature, and the Android navigation buttons will be built into the UI. Both smartphones should be equally fast and responsive, since they will come with one of the fastest system-on-chip solutions around, the Snapdragon 801. The Galaxy S5 could be slightly faster, at least in theory, as it has a higher maximum clock speed of 2.5 GHz, while the new HTC One might run at a maximum of 2.3 GHz. But the difference seems to be pretty insignificant in our opinion. The S5 sports 2 GB of RAM, and that's as much as the new HTC One is probably going to have. We know that some other phones have 3 GB of RAM for even better multitasking, but really 2 gigs should be plenty even for heavy multitaskers. When it comes to taking photos, Samsung's flagships have always been excellent performers. The Galaxy S5 is not likely to be an exception. It has a 16-megapixel camera with really fast autofocus, 4K video recording, and HDR with real-time preview. The all-new HTC One is a little bit different in that respect. There's going to be two cameras on its back, and as far as we can tell, one of them will be of the ultra-pixel variety. That's a bit disappointing, since the ultra-pixel camera on the 2013 HTC One model wasn't all that great. The secondary camera on the new one will allow you to apply fancy effects to the photo. Leaks indicate that users will be able to change the focus point after taking the image, or to add a shallow depth of field to the shot. Interestingly, the Galaxy S5 already has these features, and it doesn't even need a second camera in order to enable them. Overall, there is a lot to like about the new Samsung Galaxy S5. It is powerful, feature-packed, water-resistant, and equipped with a very promising 16-megapixel camera. But from what we can tell about the upcoming HTC flagship so far, we assume that the new HTC One could be a worthy alternative to Samsung's top phone. HTC's new high-end model will draw the attention of both critics and consumers with its premium construction, fancy camera setup and front-facing stereo loudspeakers. Of course, at this time we're not able to tell which of these two phones is better. We're just assuming that the new HTC One will be the better-looking phone among the two, but the Galaxy S5 is probably going to have the better camera. Whether we're correct or not will be known soon. The All New HTC One will be announced on March 25th, so keep an eye on our website phonearena.com for more details about it. This is Nick with Phone Arena, thank you for watching.